This episode of Knights of Degradation may not be suitable for children or impressionable adults. Listener discretion is advised.
Rather busy couple of days. I know Igden sort of asked you guys to, stay off of his back and just let him work. So you've been kind of trying to find other things to do around town. Kavagal, you've been kind of just surveying the area, getting used to the location and getting comfortable with everything. Grif, you've actually been helping Igden. He asked for your help with just a few other sort of random tasks down in his basement there, and you've been helping him out and, kind of bonding with him a little bit. And Barlowe, you've been working a lot with Finn, helping him prepare for the passing ritual that you guys are going to do here soon. So yeah, you've all kind of woken up every morning and gone your separate ways. Take care of what you need to take care of throughout the day, but then you come back and have dinner together, and that was, part of the deal, that Igden would have dinner with you guys every night so that he's not dead. And he's been doing that, and he hasn't really been as grumpy. The fact that he's allowed to work has seemed to make him a little bit easier to be around for sure. So we're going to start on the morning of when the passing ritual is supposed to take place. But this morning's a little bit different. You don't wake up naturally. You're actually woken up by yelling and shouting, arguing, in fact. Kavagal, you're the first one to notice it. You're kind of woken up by the sounds of, these really loud voices, maybe some furniture scooting around and stuff like that.
Can I tell where the shouting's coming from?
Just from outside your doorway. That's really it.
Okay, Kavagal's going to get up and investigate.
Okay. So you get up, open your door, and then it gets louder, and you can tell it's coming from the main area, like where the bar is and stuff. And that's pretty much all you can tell. It's just a few people shouting. Can't really hear much or discern who it is.
I'll go into the main bar area kind of sneakily, I guess, not without trying to... what's the word? I don't want to be seen or...
Stealthily.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to roll a stealth?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Okay.
15 plus 1, 16.
Okay, go ahead and roll another perception.
6.
Well, you think you're being sneaky enough, and you kind of come to the edge of the bar, and you're a big dude, so you're just kind of popping out a little bit. And you can see Igden arguing with somebody you've never seen before. And that's pretty much it. You still can't really understand what they're talking about. Maybe you see Igden get really huffy and point and stuff. And this other gentleman who's, compared to Igden, he's tall, but he's not really taller than you. And he's a human. I can tell you that.
Okay.
But it looks heated.
Okay. Well, Kavagal will grab a glass from the bar, pour a little bit of something into it, and... Well,
I'll say as soon as you start to do that, as soon as you grab a glass and stuff, Igden doesn't pay you any attention. He's still just staring at this gentleman, and this gentleman, looks at you and stops talking. Looks back at you again, really confused, and you can see more of this gentleman's features. And then he just looks back at Igden.
This was your last chance.
I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
Yeah, you're just going to try talking to him?
Yeah.
He does not acknowledge you. Roll one more perception for me. And as he leaves, Igden's just like, yeah, fuck off.
That is a natural 19.
Oh, okay. You see something about his armor, specifically. It was really, really well made, which you don't really see around here that often. And it was green. Kind of green armor with black edging, if you would, real shiny, real metallic. And then he had a cloak, and he just looked really royal, really regal and official, which, again, you just don't see people like this at all. You guys go ahead and roll another perception.
You want me to do it with disadvantage because I got a nat 1, or?
No, we'll just say you were still sleeping, so.
Okay.
If you want to take disadvantage.
Nat 20.
I don't know.
Oh, right on.
21.
Okay, so you both are sort of woken up by shouting as well, and as you sort of wake up and walk out and sort of see what's going on, you both see this gentleman that we were talking about kind of walk past the aisleway, and you both get a pretty decent look at him as well. And then you kind of, walk into this area where you see Kavagal sitting there drinking and Igden sort of walking, hobbling, I guess, towards the bar with his crutch. And you hear Igden yell, "Yeah, fuck off," as this guy leaves. You see, as the door swings open, you can't tell how many, but you see a carriage with more people out there. And you guys walk out as that's happening. So really all you hear clear as day is Igden telling this guy to fuck off.
Is there trouble out there?
No, it's fine.
Kavagal's gonna get up from his seat and head outside.
Okay.
I'll head him up. I'll go with him.
And you can keep walking if you want, but Igden's like, it's not worth it, guys. And you're welcome to keep heading out if you want.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Grif?
I guess I'll wait a second and ask Igden what's going on so I don't walk out blindly.
Okay. Well, we'll jump to them. You guys both going outside if you want. So as you go out, and both of you kind of see this because the sun's up, you see several of these men dressed in this same kind of armor, the green with the black edging. No one else has a green cape like this first gentleman does. No one else looks sort of as regal as this gentleman does. But in this, where we mentioned before, where you could pull a cart in, there's this really nice, like really well-made carriage there. And it's totally covered, has like a door that you would get into. It's just really, really well-made. It has really nice art carved into it and everything. It looks like really high-quality wood. I don't know what kind. And, really nice wheels. And then it's pulled by 4 horses that are, again, really nice-looking horses. They're very clean. They look very healthy. It's not what you see in the wilds, so to speak.
Well, I don't want to fight anybody. Kavagal.
Barlowe, go ahead and roll an insight for me.
Kavagal's not just some brute who busts face.
16.
You're almost positive you've seen people like this before.
Okay.
You can't really place it who they are right now, but I've seen all these people before.
Okay. Well, I don't know who these folks are specifically, but they look familiar to me. Their get up, I guess. I've seen it before, but I can't recognize the people.
And I would say maybe when Kavagal comes out, you hear like a it's so big. Mm-hmm. But then after that, they really don't pay you any mind. Maybe a couple of them are like staring at you, like angrily, I guess, or intensely. But the other one just starts to get into the carriage.
Excuse me. We're kind of friends of Igden, more or less. Friends by circumstance, but is there anything we can maybe help with?
Igden doesn't have any fucking friends.
I'm just looking at you. I'm not talking. I don't want to incite violence at all.
Well, Kavagal, you can tell after the looks that he's been given, and his demeanor's changed. You can't quite tell how, but his demeanor has changed.
Okay.
And and then he'll turn around and
go ahead and roll an insight too, actually.
Oh, nat 1.
Oh, never mind.
So you just turned around and went inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Are you doing the same?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys catch the tail end of this conversation. So they just leave, and Igden is walking up to the bar and starts to pour himself a shot of something.
All right, so what was going on there?
Those are just people who won't leave me alone.
What do they want?
The thing I'm working on.
Is there a certain reason why?
I mean, I assume because of how effective it can be, but they don't really tell me why. They just say I have to give it to them. But
So what happens if you don't give it to them?
well, I guess we're going to find out.
Should we go say something to them now and make them not have that?
No, I mean, they've never done anything before. They're just all threats.
Where are they from?
It's hard to tell exactly where they're from, but they're the Dresna, so I guess they're everywhere, right?
So
At least not out in the wilds, but
So do they represent any group or anything like that?
well, they're the new king's private army. You don't know who the Dresna are?
No.
So you know the new king.
Oh, okay. No, I don't.
Oh, well, long story short, private military.
Okay.
You don't spend a lot of time on the trade route and stuff, I assume.
don't. No.
Yeah, so that's why you don't know. So don't feel bad. They really are designed to protect people in the trade route. They don't come out that often. They're not supposed to. I don't know why they won't leave me the fuck alone.
Okay, so we shouldn't be worried about them at all?
I'm not. Up until now, it's just been empty threats.
Until now, so something changed?
No, hopefully it'll continue to be empty threats. They tried to buy me off at first, but I don't,
So why won't you sell to them?
because I need it. I need everything I have.
Could you talk to them about just selling the recipe? So then they could just do it themselves?
Maybe. I'm just not interested in doing that.
Oh, okay. You're not interested in working with them at all and making sure no one has any problems?
This isn't anything I take lightly. I know how dangerous this stuff I'm making can be, and I'm not quite confident they would use it for noble reasons.
Okay.
And then you guys walk in on the line that Igden just said. Not quite confident they would use it for noble reasons.
Use what?
This is the project I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
And he takes a drink and then starts to walk away a little bit. And he's like, and he's muttering to himself. Same shit, different day.
Hey, how you feeling?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Roll an insight. Yeah, I'm fine.
That is a 21.
21. He doesn't seem fine. Progressively, he's been getting slightly worse. He's still mobile, which is pretty miraculous. A little paler now, sweatier usually. You can tell that he seems like he probably has a fever. But from what you've seen of him since you found him, he's alive. So
yeah. All right. Well, hang in there.
And then he unlocks that little back room and shuts the door behind him.
So, what was that about, Grif?
Whatever he's working on, apparently those people want it and he won't give it to them.
Who are those people?
They're... I can't remember what they called themselves. But they...
Dresna
is what they call themselves, and apparently...
that clicks for you. You're like, oh, fucking Dresna. So they are the new king's private military. It's how he became the new king, is by paying these soldiers and teaching them. And that's how they kind of keep people safe on the trade route.
Have they done anything to me?
No, you know of them because they would make stops in your old temple as the town that came up around your temple. They would just stop through there to escort people who wanted to go there who were terminally ill and stuff. They've seemed pretty okay to you.
Oh, okay.
They don't seem like giant dicks. They definitely don't seem like people who abuse their power.
Mm.
They're more they're not very big, so right now they probably just seem like a police force more than anything else, not like a real army.
Okay. Oh, all right. Wonder what they wanted with Igden then. I'm sure it's nothing though.
As far as I could tell, they just wanted whatever he's working on, but he wouldn't work with them on it, so I don't have much more to add than that.
All right.
I'll say he said not to worry about it. They're threatening him, but apparently the threats have always been empty.
How you feeling, big guy? Directed toward Kavagal.
You guys want to have a drinking contest?
No, I don't. It's 8 a.m.
So?
It's like 9.
Regardless on the time.
It's 8:30.
Regardless on the time, it's way too early, and I have a big day ahead of me.
So might as well start it off right.
No, I want to remember the lines. You two can, and I'll tell you what, I'll mediate.
Okay,
I
so
don't know what that means.
as you are discussing the drinking contest that Kavagal proposed, you hear the door slam, and it's Finn running into the building from outside, and he has a sword in his hand, and he just seems really worked up, and he's looking around. He's like, "Are they still here?"
No, they left.
Fuck. Where's Igden? Is he okay?
He's fine. Nothing happened. He's fine.
Okay.
What are you so worried for?
The fucking Dresna were here.
Are they that bad?
Well, every time they come here, they threaten us.
Yeah, mostly empty threats, though, right?
Up until now, yeah, but that I don't know. They always talk about how they're gonna kill him or kill me or burn the town down and shit. I don't like them.
Well, you have us. If something happens, we'll help.
Yeah, but they're dressed.
And we're these guys.
You said they threatened to burn the town down?
Yeah, they want whatever the hell Igden's been working on, and he won't give it to them.
And you guys have no patrol, no guard, no anything here?
Well, they're all old people.
No one else really knows. I mean, they know they come into town, but no one knows why.
I think you're asking a little too much of these folks, Kavagal. This is like a retirement village.
Well, I'm not retiring anytime soon. And he goes to his room, gets his axe, and just starts walking around town. Keeping an eye.
Fucking right. You want to do that and kind of walk around town and stuff?
He will probably pour himself one more drink, but...
So I guess that contest will have to wait then.
Yeah. Postpone it for another time.
No, okay.
Okay, so Kavagal gets his axe and heads out, and you guys are there with Finn. Finn kind of puts his sword on the table and starts to tidy up and maybe make a little bit of food. You guys hungry?
Yeah.
You doing all right?
I'm okay. I'm just a little. You can tell he's real shaky. I was like, I'm just on edge. I saw them leave, and I didn't know what to think. Just with, Igden can stand up for himself pretty well, but now he can barely even stand because he's missing a leg. So,
Well, I mean, you saw what Kavagal did, right? He's now patrolling the city.
Yeah,
I'd say you're pretty all right with us here.
I know, but you hear stories and just get nervous, and I don't want anyone here to get hurt or anything, especially just because ignorance too damn prideful to, give them what they want.
I mean, I understand that. That's, as a servant of the people, I definitely can understand that. So, respectable. But you can't be hasty about it. You got to help people when they want to be helped. You can't help people that don't want to be.
Yeah. Are you ready for tonight?
Yeah, I've been. In fact, Kavagal wanted to have a drinking contest this morning, but I told him I couldn't because I didn't want to forget my lines. I didn't want to. This is all for you, champ. I'm not doing this for anybody else.
Well, good. I think I'm ready to. It's if Igden said he would come.
Is he coming, Grif?
From what I've gathered, he said he was too busy to be able to make it. He's in the middle of something pretty serious.
Of course.
And I'll say, with those guys showing up and all, he's definitely got a tight agenda. So, I mean, as worrisome as you found him, I think he's finding him worrisome too, and he's trying to speed up what he's doing.
Yeah.
So.
But we don't need him there, right?
Yeah, who needs him?
Yeah.
Have you figured out who you want to come, other than Igden, of course?
I don't think it matters. I think it can just be us.
Would you want Grif and maybe Kavagal there, or no?
No, that's all right. No offense, Grif.
It's fine. I won't be there anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right.
He still is like super nervous around you. And I'll even say within these 3 days, any conversations you've had is really just him being super nervous around you. Worried you're going to kick open his door and hassle him.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's got to wait until sundown. That's the one thing that it's got to be.
Okay. That's okay.
Is this what you always wear, or do you have something a little more proper for an occasion?
He kind of looks down. He's like, I don't really have any other clothes. What should I be wearing?
I mean, it's okay to wear whatever, but it always helps to look your best in these sort of things.
I know Claire sometimes, will like weave fabric and stuff that Igden gets her. I'll go check with her, see if she has anything nicer.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. And then he starts to head out to do just that.
Okay. So I'm going to go upstairs and start grabbing the equipment and stuff I'll need. It's not a whole lot, but it is enough to fill a small bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab that, tidy it up, and take it downstairs and lay it all out in front of me. Start tinkering with it.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I mean, I still want food, and I don't know what happened with that food situation.
Oh, we'll say he made it and set it on there.
Okay.
Not enough. I mean,
Well, did he leave his portion?
yeah, he didn't eat anything. He didn't really portion it out, so.
Oh, it's still not enough. Okay.
He just cut a few vegetables and grabbed a couple handful of nuts out of the drawer.
Well, I guess I'll eat what's there, and that'll be a good snack.
This isn't a very big town, correct?
No. Like I said, it's about eight buildings.
Okay, so I could probably stand at one end or another and kind of keep an eye on everything.
Yeah.
I think I'd actually like to go to like a little open area away from the buildings, kind of keep an eye on everything.
Yeah.
But also practice my swings with the axe, trying to keep myself limber and, just ready for...
Okay. Yeah, there's like a little field, kind of where that man was whittling when you first talked to him a few days ago.
Okay.
So you can go out there and kind of practice your swings and stuff.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
That's what I'll do.
You can pretty much see the whole town from just about anywhere. Like, it's pretty small.
Okay. That's what I'm doing then.
Okay. Anything?
Do I need to roll perception? Just see, I was really seeing if those people were going to stick around the town.
Oh, okay. Yeah, roll a perception.
6.
You really don't see anything out of the ordinary. People kind of walking around and stuff.
Okay.
You've gotten kind of familiar with everyone in the town. I mean, there's less than 20 people that live here, so including yourselves now. So,
Okay.
Just people kind of doing their routine. Everybody gets up and tends to their garden and does some chores.
All right. Well, then I'll just continue just to practice my swings, and then I guess that's it.
Okay. Anything specific Grif wants to do?
I'm going to look for some more food.
Yeah.
I could go for somewhere to eat. So yeah, I guess that's really what I'm going to be trying to just either find someone to make me food or see if I can find food I can make for myself. That's my whole goal right now.
Okay.
I woke up starving. So that's
okay. Well, I don't have a problem saying that you find some food and just eat it.
I'm just going to eat the food, and then I'm going to just chill in a chair for a little while, maybe rest.
Okay.
I'll say because I was not ready to get up. So
sounds good. How long is it going to take you to get your stuff together, Barlowe?
Literally just have to measure some scales, make sure that all of the candles will light. That's it.
Okay. So that probably wouldn't take very long. So what do you want to do after?
I guess to go check up on everybody
Yeah.
through the town. Not necessarily have a conversation with them, but knock on their door and see if they need anything that I can help with.
Okay.
Very, very, very small menial tasks, but
Yeah. Like helping with chores, holding something for them and stuff like that. I think we can do that, and you kind of go through and help just about everybody. Maybe you run into Finn at Claire's, and she has some fabric pulled out and stuff, and maybe you kind of give them your opinion on which one you like and stuff like that. So we could say that. As you're practicing your axe, like your movements and stuff like that, you hear kind of this gruffly familiar, asshole-ish voice. Well, you planning on killing all of us?
I'm trying to protect you all.
Oh, yeah? From what? Those green knight thingies?
Yes, exactly. Or anything else that might threaten this little place you call home.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And you can tell it's this guy that nobody likes, and he's whittling something again. He just kind of has a seat, kind of where you're axing and stuff.
Okay.
So it is a nice day out.
What are you whittling?
Just a figure. See? And he holds it up, and it's just like a random image of, like, I don't know, like a chess piece.
You do that a lot?
Just about every day.
What did you do before all this?
I didn't whittle, that's for damn sure. I was a mercenary for quite a long time.
For anyone in particular? Or just anyone and everyone?
Anyone that would pay me.
Gotcha.
Can't really be choosy when you're making a living.
I suppose not.
Yeah. You probably know about that. You're just what do you do? Besides swing an axe in my field.
Well, back home in the Ice Crest, it was kind of my duty to be a protector of the town, of our little settlement, and that just quite wasn't working out for me. So I had to find other things.
Yeah, did you have a lot of trouble with people dumb enough to attack Goliath?
Not really. No, it was more of creatures,
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
bears, and
You know, I've been up there a little bit, not where the Goliaths live, but I've been up towards the ice crest a little bit.
yeah,
It's not fun.
it's a different place for sure.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine living there.
I mean, it was nice.
I'll say you're not sure if he's complimenting you or insulting your home. Just kind of can't read it.
What is it about me, or I guess my people, that you don't like?
Well, what do they teach you history? Do you know the kind of things your people have done, or the kind of things people have done to you?
I know very, very well about the things people have done to me.
Yeah.
I know also the kind of things I've done to other people.
Do you?
I've done. I can't speak for my ancestors.
Oh.
Surely you can't either.
He stops whittling and looks at you. Well, that's damn true. You got some time?
Yeah.
I want to show you something.
Okay.
Here, follow me. Bring your axe. He walks away from the town into the woods.
I'll kind of like furrow my brow at whatever he's saying, kind of confused. Why do I need? So I just put the axe in the sling and follow.
So you guys walk through the woods quite a bit. It's not, I guess, maybe like 10 minutes away from the town through the woods. There's no path or anything. You really have no idea where he's going. He doesn't really say anything to you either as you're walking. But eventually you get to a little bit of a clearing and you see this little hut. You know, real small. It looks even more crudely made than the stuff in the town. By today's standards, we would call it, primitive technology, right? Built with like sticks and mud. Just really not a lot to it. And he just walks in and opens the door and looks up. I don't think you're going to fit in here. Hold on. Then walks inside. You're welcome to roll like a perception if you'd like to.
Kind of peek my head in and see what I can total. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say you peek your head in a little bit, and it's for as crude as the outside looks, the inside looks way worse. Really like he just stuck up some mud on the walls to harden and things like that. It's kind of just odd knowing that, the assumption that he built the house he lives in now, that he would make something like this is just kind of odd. But it looks a little bit bigger on the inside than you originally thought, but there's a lot of crates. Not the kind you've seen like with Igden or anything like that, more like storage crates, not shipping crates. And he's rummaging through a few of them.
What is this?
This is just kind of my little safe haven here. It's where I keep a lot of my more valuable stuff.
No one else knows about it?
No, not really. I think Igden does, but he's an asshole, so who cares?
I'm still not quite sure what it is you two have between you, but...
Here it is. He kind of cuts you off. He's holding two things. A rolled up parchment that's actually kind of large. I'd say it's a poster size. It's rolled up and has some rope tying it. And then the other thing is a really old, kind of decrepit looking book. And he kind of looks around. He's like, here, we'll go outside. Don't want you breaking down my other house. Then walks outside and finds a couple of stumps and sits down on. Here, look at this. And he hands you this book.
Okay. Can Kavagal read?
Can Kavagal read?
He's got an intelligence of 8. -1.
Yeah, I'd say he can read, but not well.
Okay.
So he can understand the language and piece stuff together. But go ahead and roll a perception, too, because there's pictures in the book.
Oh, my! That's 19.
So we'll say you grab it and maybe find a page that's all text and sort of stare at it for a minute. Oh, Jesus, you can't read, can you?
Look, it's
That's all right. I couldn't read till I got here. Here, let me show you what I want you to see. And he kind of flips through a couple of pages. First of all, it's super dusty. Like, you're worried that this book's going to fall apart, just turn to dust and poof, because it's so old. But he gets to a page and it's a bunch of Goliath, and it looks like they're standing in different, like it's a few different pictures of Goliath, and they're standing in different formations, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ever seen anything like this before?
No. See, all of our history is oral, so it's stories around the campfire or story whispered while hunting in the dark. Something like that. Nothing like this.
Well, I don't know what kind of history you're taught. I don't know the kind of things that the Goliath want to share about what they used to be. I don't know the exact history because I wasn't alive then, but I've come across quite a few artifacts that I do believe to help me discern the truth. And what you see here is military formation. Do you know anything about the military or about fighting or weaponry or
Yes.
any strategy or anything like that? Yeah. Goliath used to be in charge of stuff like that.
Yeah.
You see, I'm sure you've heard stories of the old kingdom, right? This whole land used to be ruled by one great kingdom. It's true. And the Goliath were the might of that kingdom. Wasn't all Goliath. A mix of every race, but Goliath specifically were in charge of the military.
Yes, my great-grandfather, Gowlock, sword catcher was his name. He was alive then. During the whatever you want to call it, the disaster, the rebellion. That's what we call it.
Did you ever meet him?
He was long gone before. I mean, he died that day.
No, well, I didn't know that. I don't know how long you guys live. Sorry.
Well, he probably would have lived longer if the rebellion hadn't happened.
But you know why he probably died?
He was defending his family.
Maybe. Look at this. And he takes the string off that poster board and unfurls it. And so through the book, it's, like I said, it's military, it's pictures of formations and stuff like that. It all looks kind of normal, Goliath and stuff. He unfurls this essentially poster, and again, it's super old and might have some tears, and it might even tear a little bit as he unfurls it, and it's a big painting of a Goliath. But this one looks different. It looks more savage. It looks evil. Like the teeth are sort of elongated. The eyes just look really mean, and there's big bold words on it that you can't really tell what it is.
Kavagal looks disgusted.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. It's a disgusting portrayal of a Goliath. You ever see a Goliath that looks like this?
Never.
Yeah, me neither. Now, I haven't seen a lot, but I've seen this picture a lot.
I suppose Kavagal kind of sits there and ponders for a moment. I suppose I can understand the impression we might give off at times.
Yeah, but if you look at that book, it's not the impression. And if you read that book, you know that people really thought highly of your kind at one point. But if you read this, I don't want to tell you what the words say, but they're not friendly.
See, back home in the Ice Crest, we had the settlement I was from was called the Sword Tooth Ridge. And you find that common with our people. A lot of naming conventions were about weapons or battles or deeds that we've done that were heroic or brave or astounding. They had one rule. And before I tell you that one rule, I'm going to trust you not to tell anyone what I'm about to tell you.
I don't really talk to a lot of people, but yeah.
I was excommunicated from my own tribe for breaking that one rule. We don't help humans. We don't interact with them. The only interaction we can give, maybe a raiding party here and there, as long as it's harming or affecting them in a negative way, it's acceptable.
Have they ever told you why?
Because of the rebellion.
I suppose that makes sense. And if this, and he gestures towards that poster, if this is what they thought of you, I don't really blame them. No offense. But which one do you think's more accurate? This picture or what's in the book there?
The one in the book. At least when it comes to me.
Yeah, I'd probably say so too.
Why are you showing me this?
Well, hell, I don't come across Goliaths that often. It's been, especially here, I've never, Goliaths don't really just wander through the woods into my home. And, something about having knowledge that no one else has, it's kind of a burden.
But why me? I guess I'm not understanding. I mean, we clearly were not starting off on the right foot.
You think so?
I wanted to punch your face in the other day, but I walked away so I wouldn't.
Doesn't mean we're not friends.
Kavagal will kind of smile and shake his head, but he understands.
I've seen enough interpretations of your kind, and I'm fairly certain I know the true history, and it's definitely not this. And he holds up that pan again.
Well, answer this then. Why the other day did you so immediately change your thoughts and tell me to do what I had to do and leave?
Let me ask you, if you saw this, and he holds up that poster again with the disgusting depiction of a Goliath, if you had your home, your whole life, and you'd never seen a real Goliath before, but you have seen this, how do you think you would take to one maybe just strolling into your town? Your town of quiet, elderly people who might not know the true history, but who have undoubtedly seen this.
So you're saying the others here are the ones that aren't taking too kindly to me? Because you have seen both pictures. So I'm feeling like this is just an excuse.
I'm saying that it's hard to blame people for the things that they don't know, but it's still not exactly fair.
I can accept that.
Good. I'm so glad you can accept that. Look, you can keep that book. Maybe one day you'll learn how to read and, read all about your family and stuff. I'm keeping this, because this is worth a lot more. This is how it is. And then he walks away and goes back into his house to put it back.
Tell you what. You get to keep that if I get to make one of you.
You get to what?
Make one of you.
Make one what of me?
A poster like that.
Why?
Why do you need that?
Because it's valuable. I might sell it.
Valuable at the expense of others. Okay, I get it.
Look, I don't know about the expense of others. You think this is the only bad depiction of a species that I have? No, not by a long shot.
To be fair, I mean, you're out here in the middle of nowhere. No one is going to come by and buy that from you.
You're right. We don't really get strange people that just wander into town, do we? It kind of gives you a shitty smile.
Kavagal look down at the book, kind of nod at him, and head back towards town.
Okay. Well, hold on a damn minute. And he hurries and puts his thing back and shuts the door and walks back with you. Don't tell anyone you came out here.
As long as you don't tell anyone what I told you, I think your secret's safe with me.
Good. Look at that. We bonded.
Yeah. Sure.
And then it's just more smart-ass remarks until you get back, and he goes back and sits down and whittles and watches the sun.
One last question Kavagal does ask him. What'd you ever do with that, the leg?
Well, I gave it to Igden as a gift.
How'd he respond? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, he looked absolutely just... I don't know if despair is a delicious enough word to use.
One day I'll find out what went on. Maybe not today. Probably not today. I'll find out.
Igden's an asshole. He just goes back to whittling. Maybe kicks both of his feet, enjoying the fact that he has two.
There it is. The laugh I was waiting for. And Kavagal will, I think now he will go find Finn.
Yeah.
Because he has a question for Finn.
Okay. We'll jump to one of the others.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, that book is pretty special, and I guess you'll have to do some sort of insight on it or something, but there will be a benefit to reading it,
Okay.
I guess. And it's something, I mean, obviously, I think Kavagal wants to read it anyways.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say after he goes and talks to Finn, he's going to flip through that, at least look at the pictures.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can do that, and we'll, maybe since you can't just read it, we'll have to roll to see how well you comprehend it.
He might end up asking Barlowe if he could read it to him.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to finish over at Claire's house,
Yeah.
just so that I can, skip the middleman of walking over there to grab Finn for the ceremony. So
Yeah, if you're going to hit Claire's last, we'll say you hit Claire's, and then you pick out, like, the fabric and stuff, and she starts maybe sewing something nice for him. Maybe you talk him through a little bit about what to expect in the ceremony and stuff like that, and then you hear a rap at the door.
I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll walk over and I'll open the door.
Okay, it's Kavagal.
Oh, hey, Barlowe.
Well, hey, Kavagal,
Is Finn in here?
He's around. What's up?
I just had a question for him.
All right, come in. Come on.
Hey, Finn.
Yeah?
I saw you with that sword earlier.
Yeah?
You know how to use it?
I mean, don't you hit people with it?
With the pointy end, yes, but there's more to it than that.
Isn't it all pointy?
There's more to it than that.
No.
You got to be able to not only hit, but also defend yourself with it.
Oh, okay.
It's a tool
Yeah?
more than a weapon. If you want, maybe Grif and I'll have to talk to him about it, but maybe Grif and I can give you some pointers on how to use it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
His face kind of lights up. Oh. I don't know if Igden would let me.
He doesn't have to know. We'll just, are there any chores in the woods that he'd allow you to do? Chop wood or anything?
No, but, I mean, he always talks about how busy he is, so he might not even notice. Is that okay? And he looks at Barlowe and asks, is that okay?
Hey, that's completely up to you and Kavagal.
Well, not today, because we have the ceremony tonight, but maybe tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Okay. I'll talk to Grif about it and see what he wants to do.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah. And then Kavagal will give everybody a nod and pick up the book from his side. He was probably carrying it on his side, and pick it up and...
You got a book?
Don't judge too hard. I know words are hard for me, but I'm going to give it a shot.
I mean, do you know how to read? I don't mean to sound offensive, but do you know how?
I will say you notice how old and decrepit the book looks, too.
It's, I know some words.
What is it? What's it even about?
It's about my people, so it's an interesting topic to me.
Oh, okay. If you want to know what it says, just you let me know.
Okay, I'll give it a shot and let you know how it goes.
You got it.
And then Kavagal will vamoose.
Okay. You just kind of go off and still kind of protect the town, but also read your book. You do notice the word Goliath is used a bunch.
Okay.
That's a bad joke. I'll cut it.
The Goliath word for Goliath is used a lot.
Yeah. Who would have thought the Goliath word for Goliath is Goliath?
All right, so I got food. I got a nap in. Feeling pretty good. Is there anywhere I can go, do maintenance on my equipment?
Not really, no. I mean, what kind of maintenance are you thinking? Just sharpening and
sharpen my sword. I mean, my armor's pretty decent, so it's more just sharpening my sword.
I mean, no, there's not really a...
Do you not have a whetstone on you, being a butcher and all?
Well, yeah, I have the stone, but I don't know where to go to use it.
Oh, if you have a whetstone, you can... It's a hand whetstone, so you just kind of...
Have you ever seen one of those?
No.
sharpen your
They're
blade.
just
by hand.
like
Do I need to actually check my inventory to see if I have one of those?
We'll just say you have one if that's all right with
Cool. I was cool with that. I thought we were role playing there too. I was just making
you.
sure.
No, you're fine.
some whetstones look like grindstones, but it's just like it's.
I'm familiar with like a sharpening rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. It just looks like gray sandpaper.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have one of those if you want to find a spot and kind of sharpen your
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
I'll go hang outside somewhere where it's nice and warm and just sharpen my sword for a little while, make it nice and pretty.
Okay.
Not really anything else I want to do because I can't do much with my gold here.
Where is your gold? Are you still carrying it around?
Yeah. It's on me all the time.
So we'll say after a little bit of time, you just find a spot in town and start sharpening. You see Kavagal walk by, kind of looking around, but also kind of thumbing through a book.
Do I notice?
Yeah,
Grif?
sure. Yeah, you know it's Grif.
Hey, I just talked with Finn. What do you think about maybe giving him some lessons on how to use his sword?
I think he'd be a lot more comfortable with you doing the lessons than me because he's not very comfortable around me, but I have no problem being there.
I think you helping him might fix that a little bit.
I guess it really just depends on how it goes.
I mean, you've got the skill on many different types of weapons. I've really mainly only got the skill with the axe.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down, yeah.
And these guns.
Well, I mean...
Wait. What would they call that? And these muscles. Grif, can you read this? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I mean, I can read. What? Can I, like, you want me to read the whole thing to you, or, like, what's the question?
Just, maybe just the first page.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can help you out with that.
Cool. And, Kavagal kind of, any logs around, or...
Sure.
Have
We'll say chairs.
Oh,
Yeah, you're in the town. There's some
Rips
chairs.
a whole fucking tree out of
I'll
the ground.
put my sword to the side and take the book from you and look at it if that's cool.
yeah, and then, he'll just take a log and kind of sit beside you.
So there's perfectly good chairs, and you're going to sit on a log?
I guess, too simple for a chair.
More power to you. I'm going to take the chair.
Okay.
So how does this work? Because stepping out of the game for a second here, I don't know what the book says because I can't see a physical book in front of me.
Can you read common?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so I'm not going to tell you verbatim what the book says. It's some sort of training manual, and it really just talks about, like, the first page is like an introductory that says things like, welcome new recruit, and you'll learn this, and things like that.
Okay.
It seems to be the beginning of some sort of instruction manual.
So the book just looks like it's for probably a brand new soldier. And it's like pretty much like, hey, welcome in. This is your instructions for, well, joining the military.
That's not at all what I expected it was.
I say so. It looks like it's probably got a lot of, if I had to guess, probably some kind of tactics and different kinds of, well, military stuff in it. I would say that could become handy for you in the long run once you figure it out.
All right. Well, thanks, Grif. And Kavagal will take the book back, and leaving the log there, we'll go back about walking around town.
So let's fast forward a little bit if you guys are cool with it. I keep wasting your time, and I apologize.
You're good.
I think we could go to the ceremony.
Sure.
If that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So originally, we were talking about you meeting with this guy during the ceremony. That kind of already happened. So, if you want to keep watch throughout the town, it's just now getting dark. So you're welcome to do that. You're welcome to read more.
Does Kavagal know that Finn doesn't want him at the ceremony?
I don't know. That would probably be up to you to relay. If
I didn't. I've been busy.
No, I wouldn't say he specifically said, hey, Kavagal, don't come. You have heard him just talk about, like earlier, I mean, he talked about it just being them two and Igden not coming, so you probably get the
Kavagal
feeling.
wasn't there for that.
He wasn't there for that? Oh, no, you weren't there for that, so I guess no, you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, so.
I imagine probably while walking around town, they'll see the two of them over at the graveyard, and maybe not get too close to him, but just kind of stand by and watch and listen.
Okay. You're going to walk around town until you kind of see it and then just sort of go watch from a distance. They're not going to notice you as long as you don't do anything, like, ridiculous. You'll be doing the ceremony with Finn. Is there anything particular you want to be doing in this time? It's dark. It's pretty late, so...
I guess I'll watch from a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't
Like
wanna,
with Kavagal, or...
I can see him. I guess sure. I'll say we're near each other.
Okay.
Not really chatting, but we're both like just watching and admiring from a distance.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. So right out the door, I'm going to give Finn like not like a cup, but it's like, how you would give people candles, like long stick candles, and they have like the guards on them so that when they drip, they don't get on your hands.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him one of those unlit, and I'm just going to hold a candle in my hand, without the guard. I'll light both of them, and I'll tell him to follow me, and then we'll walk and go to the area.
Okay.
So.
Now, have you done anything to the gravesite in preparation for it at all?
Nope.
Okay, we'll say Finn sort of made it nice. Like, he hasn't put anything there, but he's keeping it clean and keeping it cleared, for sure. And again, it's that really small, just unmarked grave.
Mm-hmm. So we head over there, and Barlowe has a scale, like, the judgment scales.
Mm-hmm.
He has those, and he puts them right at the head of it. Doesn't touch them, doesn't do anything with them. They are perfectly balanced.
Okay.
After he does that, he lines it entirely in candles, like the whole perimeter of it in candles. We'll say a few inches between. And he gets down on his knees and puts his hands on his lap with the book in front of him, opened up to the funerary rite. And he kind of, looks up to Finn and asks, "Do you have anything that you want to say before we start?"
No, I just want to do this.
Okay. If you could tell this person anything, what would you tell them?
I'd tell them that I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry that I didn't get to know them, or that I survived instead of them.
Okay. Because you know that they can hear you, right?
I like to think so.
Okay. So this won't be the last time you'll ever be able to talk to them or anything like that. They're walking their own path now. But this is where they'll be able to hear you the loudest.
Are they grown? Are they like me?
I can't see them. I don't know. But the way that I've been led to believe is that they are themselves in their prime. I don't know if that's grown. I don't know if that's as they are now. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm told.
Okay. Well, no, I'm ready.
Okay. Barlowe puts his hands on the book and flips a few pages back and forth and whatnot until he finally gets to the one that he wants to read, and then he starts reading off the right. So he's just reading them loud and proud and not really caring who hears, because he's trying to speak to, Kellenvor and to the person. And he stops speaking after a while. It's a decently long paragraph. It's a prayer, and just as the sun goes down and whatnot, and the stars come out, the moon comes out and whatnot. He finishes, and he moves the candles away one by one and starts snuffing them out individually and saying different word, like synonyms for like be at peace, like rest and stuff like that, until he's done. And he stands up, closes the book, and he kind of bows to Finn and asks Finn to pick up the scales.
Okay. He kind of bows back at you and goes to grab him and does so, picks him up.
So, upon taking the scales, Finn gets this feeling, I guess, of the person is okay. Like they're fine. What the spell actually does is, because it's a spell that he cast, is he makes it to where the person can't be turned undead. Yeah, so he gives the scales to Finn and tells him to keep them.
Okay. Well, you can see when he picks them up, too, and that spell kind of takes effect, he does get this, like, calm demeanor to him, and then just kind of looks at you holding it, and then you tell him he can keep it, so he kind of puts it close to his chest. You two roll a perception. Kavagal and Grif.
I got a 2.
12.
Okay. You are kind of listening. You can't really see much because there's some overgrowth and stuff. You see the lights coming from there. You can kind of hear decently well, and you can kind of tell it's wrapping up when you hear rustling. Just general rustling of leaves kind of on... If you're standing to where it's a few, yards in front of you, it's coming from your right-hand side.
I'll, how close is Grif? Within arm's reach?
No, you can see each other, but not within arm's reach, no.
Okay. I'll give him a wave and tell him to get down.
He doesn't notice you.
Okay.
Because he rolled a 2.
Okay.
He's just kind of paying more attention to what's going on, and you try to get his attention, and he just doesn't notice.
Well, then...
And he's in the opposite direction of where the rustling came from.
Okay. Kavagal will get down and keep an eye out over there in that direction then.
Okay. You hear more rustling, too. It didn't stop, and then maybe even like a thud.
Okay. Kavagal will take out his axe and kind of sneak towards the rustling.
Okay, roll your stealth.
Oh, sorry. 16?
16, yeah, you pull out your axe, you get down, and start sort of creeping through the trees and the bushes and stuff like that while they're wrapping it up. And you can kind of see Finn's going there and, is getting ready to pick up a scale. And as you're... Or actually, you kind of come and pull this bush to the side, and, kind of a few more yards down, you can see Igden. And he's having a hard time, with his crutch and stuff, but he's sort of leaned up against a tree, watching Finn and Barlowe.
Okay, I'll put the axe away, and would you like help getting over there?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. You want me to... No, don't worry about it. If you don't want him to know, I won't tell him.
It's fine.
Okay.
You can just tell he's not being rude. He's just really paying attention to what Finn's doing.
All right. And then I guess Kavagal's heart is a little pumpy now after the potential encounter he had. So he's going to kind of go back to scouting the village.
Okay. Yeah.
What did Finn's clothes end up looking like?
Just nothing crazy. Still solid colors, just nicer. We'll say maybe more of a red, like something you said you had on your face there.
Okay.
Like a red and black sort of.
Okay.
I can't even remember what they're called. Just like a nice shirt and pole pants, Really low quality stuff, but still good.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so he grabs it, and you tell him he can keep it, and then that's it. I think the ceremony's over.
Mm-hmm. I want to walk him back to make sure that he gets there, everything. So Finn, where are you headed after this?
I was just gonna go home.
Okay. Well, I want you to know that I'm probably going to, hang out with Grif and Kavagal for a while. A lot of the times after a funeral has finished, there's sort of I guess in this case there's not really a remembrance sort of thing, but there's usually sort of a celebration, if you will. And, I'm, whether Igden would allow it or not, you can always, you can come with us if you want to.
That's okay. I appreciate it. I think I'm just gonna go back and go to sleep. I'm feeling pretty good, and I think I just want to call it a night.
Okay.
Thank you for doing all this, though.
Well,
this means a lot.
I'm at least going to see you there.
Yeah.
And Barlowe switches hands and sort of flicks the wax that has since dried off, and kind of, just kind of puts it back in his hand and starts walking back with him. So, of course, taking the lead and whatnot, and walking in a sort of proper way, almost sort of as if the ceremony's not over yet,
Yeah.
But still walking back to the house with him.
Okay. So, kind of, you come out of the woods and start to walk back, and we'll say maybe you see Grif standing, kind of standing around, and maybe get the idea that he was watching too. You don't really see anybody else. Now that it's dark, everyone's inside, going to sleep, so. And I'll say, Grif, you see them kind of come out of that area. Kavagal does not, because you're kind of patrolling, walking around and stuff.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just follow him back to the house, but I'll give him some space.
Okay. So yeah, it's Finn doesn't really say much, but he seems more calm now than he ever has before. So, kind of gets back into his little area, not the main house, but the small one. He says thank you.
Do you happen to have paper of any kind in there that I can write on?
Yeah. Yeah. Here, you can come in, and
Okay.
opens the door. And I don't know, you weren't in here before, were you?
Mm-mm.
So it's just a small room. Like, you open the door, and there's a little bit of area to like take off boots and clothes and stuff, and then it just opens up to like a big room about the size we're in, with a bed and some places to hang clothes, and that's it.
Okay.
And then there's like a little, table next to the bed, and has some paper and a ink and was that quill
Mhm.
on it.
Would you mind if I borrowed all this?
Oh no, you can have it.
Okay. And he'll kind of, put the book to his side, clip it to, what he needs to, grab the paper, and he goes, "Give me a few days and check back with me."
Oh, okay.
And then he wishes him a good night and leaves.
Okay. So you come outside and you kind of see Grif sort of standing around there.
Mm-hmm.
How'd it go?
I'd say it went well. It's a lot easier when there's not, quite a few crying people around the site. I think that he took it well, and I hope that he learns from this. So, what are you up to? Were you watching?
Yeah, I was watching from a distance. I wasn't trying to interrupt, but I was didn't have anything else really to do, and with those soldier people earlier, figured, if we all stay near each other, that's probably a good idea.
That's a good idea. Where's Kavagal?
Well, he was next to me when we were out there, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't really get a good perspective on what was going on.
Okay. Well, things like these always bum me out. I know they shouldn't, but it's hard to say goodbye to people. So, let's say you and I find Kavagal, and you two can do that drinking contest that you were talking about earlier.